This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter time and welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe on this day. And on this day, July 7th, 1974, Germany would beat Holland for the World Cup in 1974 for their major title. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's about the Olympic bid in 2005 that London beat Paris, and then the next day there was a bombing and all that. Obviously, I'm not going dark. So anyway, the 1974 World Cup was the 10th World Cup flight. West Germany hosted the tournament between June 13th and July 7th. This was the first time that the trophy that you see with the World Cup, you know, the hands lifting the earth and all that, or as Badil and Skinner had it, putting your arm into custard and then holding a grapefruit. Anyway, Brazil won the Jules Rimet Trophy permanently because it was for the third time. This was the first of 3 straight World Cups to have 2 rounds of group stage games, not like the knockout stages we see today. Anyway, so West Germany beat Holland, as I said, 2-1, and this was the second time Germany won the title, 1954 as well. Australia, East Germany, Haiti, and Zaire would actually make their first appearances at the finals, with East Germany making its only appearance ever before being reunified. All that. So on July 6, 1966, just close to the time of the World Cup victory by England over Germany, they were setting up for 74, 78, and 82, like the hosting rights. West Germany made a compromise with Spain. If Spain helped West Germany get the 74 World Cup, West Germany would give Spain a chance to host the 82 World Cup unopposed. 78 went to Argentina. Anyway, lots of teams didn't qualify. There were a lot of teams, 16 teams qualified. However, only 16 teams out of 98 moved on. There were a lot of teams that didn't even qualify for the World Cup. England didn't qualify after losing to Poland. They had to beat Poland on the final day of the qualification to get in, but they tied Poland 1-1 thanks to the goalie efforts of Jan Tomaszewski, and that basically spelled the end for Alf Ramsey as manager. France didn't qualify. Mexico didn't qualify. Spain didn't qualify. No Portugal, no Peru, no Belgium, no Czech Republic, no Hungary, no Romania. And Russia didn't want to play against Chile because of the Chile coup d'etat in a playoff. On the plus side, Holland and Poland qualified for the first time since 1938, so 36 years, not bad. Scotland was back after a 16-year absence. Argentina and Chile both were back in after losing out in the 1970 tournament. A lot of people were shocked Argentina didn't qualify for that tournament. So, of course, this was huge. Especially first time qualifiers, especially with the fact that Haiti and Zaire, aka DR Congo, qualified because the first team from Sub-Saharan Africa to qualify for the World Cup was Zaire, and then Haiti was the first team in the Caribbean to qualify since Cuba in '38. So anyway, the format was different. The 16 teams were divided in 4 groups of 4 teams. Top 2 moved on. However, instead of knockout stages, they decided to go to another group stage. So the winners of the 2 second stage groups would play in the final, and the runners-up would face each other for 3rd place. So it was not too smart and all that, not to have knockout after the first round. So the first round happened. In Group 1, the 2 German teams were paired up with each other, East versus West, probably on purpose, with Chile and Australia being forced to join the Germans. East beat West 1-0 on the final group stage game. Chile and Australia had no chance. Group 2 saw Yugoslavia, Brazil, Scotland, and Zaire, with Yugoslavia and Brazil both qualifying with 4 points. Zaire did okay against Scotland. They only lost 2-0. And then they got pounded by Yugoslavia 9-0 before being taken out by Brazil 3-0. But unfortunately, Zaire had Magubu, the dictator for life, if you will. No, not Magubu. Maputo? Nakoko or something. I don't know what the dictator's name was. But basically, he took control of the team in the third group stage and says that if you lose 4-0 or worse, you're going to get beaten up and all that. And then that's when that Zaire defender charged towards Brazil's free kick and got a red card. Or something like that. Zaire was to be given a lot of prizes and all that by the local government, but they stripped them because of their poor performance. I mean, giving up 14 goals in 3 matches was terrible, not even scoring 1 goal. So anyway, it was hard pressed and all that. So anyway, Brazil would sneak into the championship ahead of Scotland. Scotland played poorly, especially against Zaire. They tied 0-0 with Brazil and they tied 1-1 with Yugoslavia. So, I mean, Scotland won. But because Brazil scored more goals against Zaire than Scotland, that forced Scotland to sit on the sidelines. Group 3 saw Holland, Sweden, Bulgaria, and Uruguay meet up. And no surprise, Holland and Sweden were the class of the field, especially Holland. I mean, Holland and Sweden tied 0-0. In Group 4, Poland would be with Argentina. As Italy and Haiti. Italy, of all teams, we're not going to go to the second round. Why? I don't know. But anyway, Haiti ended up being 4th. Well, Haiti surprised everyone by scoring 2 goals in the tournament. The first one was against Dino Sof in Italy, when Sof had one of the longest clean sheet records in history. Poland surprised a lot of people by winning all 3 games. I mean, you beat Argentina and Italy in one tournament? That's amazing. Well, they beat Argentina 3-2 and Italy 2-1. I mean, Poland of all teams. So anyway, yeah, Haiti gave up 14 goals like Zaire, but Haiti scored twice. So anyway, that's what it was. So they basically said that the top teams from groups 1 and 3 and the runner-ups in groups 2 and 4 would be in one group, and then vice versa. Meaning that Holland beat Brazil, East Germany, and Argentina, all of them. All 3 teams easily, not dropping a goal. So basically, Holland easily got in. Brazil, by the fact that they won again over Argentina. Argentina just wasn't themselves in this tournament. But 78 things would change. I mean, you host it and you have a military coup. Anyway, Group B, West Germany swept through their matches with Poland, Sweden, and Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia just, had a lucky group, and, they just sucked. Poland beat Sweden in the first of the little group matches. That put Poland in the third place game against Brazil. West Germany would play Holland. The third place game was held in Munich, and Poland, on a late goal by George Lato, shocked Brazil and got to be in third place and all that. In the final, West Germany would take on Holland as usual, but Johan Neeskens would score on a penalty after Holland touched the ball for the first 30 seconds, and Germany didn't even touch it, and then they made a foul. And then West Germany got a penalty themselves, as Paul Breitner made it 1-1, and then Gerd Müller made it 2-1. However, English referee Jack Taylor was insulted by Beckenbauer, saying that you are an Englishman or something like that. So West Germany won on home turf. They kind of figured. You kind of figured that. Yeah. So there were a lot of things going on in that World Cup. Well, once Germany won, you can kind of guess that they were going to win. So life goes on. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.